Hey, it's your boy, Eryk Hood. Listen, I want to speak to the young black men for a moment. No, it's not a racist message, but I want to speak to the young black men about life. And I believe that it's of great importance that we speak to the young black men because you young black men, you have to understand that, and I'm finna tell you something that you may not hear anywhere else, and especially in a church setting or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you something that is going to be real truth, as hard as it may be to accept. But this system, the world system that they have set up, is set up to destroy you. The system is set up to destroy young black men in general. This is why the truth must be told to the young black men that's out here now. See, there is a system that has engulfed you into selling drugs, gang banging, disrespecting these young girls, wearing your pants sagging and all this, wearing your hair just all wild and goofy, not going to school, just being all out disrespectful and rebellious towards people, period. And it's a system that has engulfed you for destruction. That's its only purpose. But I also want you to realize that regardless of what system is set up against you, you have a choice on whether to comply with that system or to grow up and get an understanding on what life is all about. See, when I went to prison and my mother came to visit me, she said, "Baby, I felt like I let you down. I felt like I wasn't a good mother." I had told her, I said, "Mama, look, you did the best you could. I couldn't have asked for a better mother. I chose this life. I chose the life to sell drugs. I chose the life to gang bang. I chose that life. I chose that. And really wasn't nothing you can do after that. So no, this is on me." So I said that to let you know that there is no excuses. Regardless of how the system was set up against me and all this stuff here, which I know is true, I still had a choice. I still had a choice to do right regardless of the circumstances and push through the pressure and become successful. But instead of doing that, I chose to go with the system and engulf myself in the system that was already set up for my destruction in the first place, and comply with all its needs, all its requests towards me. But I'm telling you this here, young black man, because I'm telling you some things that was never told to me. I'm telling you that there is some greatness inside of you. And the only one that is going to be able to manifest it till its full totality is you. And you're going to have to make that choice. So you see the way you wear your pants sagging and you call it swag nowadays? Son, it is a trick of the system to pull you down as far as your pants go down. I'm going to give you some revelation on that. The lower your pants are sagging down, the lower your life is to the ground. It's time for you young black men to pull them slacks up. Get your belt, lace them slacks up, and go for help. Go for help. Let people know that you want to do better. Because I'm going to tell you something. You being out here in these streets, gang banging, drug dealing, getting all these young girls pregnant because they don't know any better. But you getting all these young girls pregnant, being disrespectful to society as a whole. And the only one who is really going to pay the full punishment for that is your children. And it's going to get worse. It is time for you to dig in of the greatness that's in you and ask for help to release it. Because, young black man, this system is out to destroy you. And when you do this stuff out here in the streets, I had learned this here from my own life. When you out there in those streets and doing the things that you do, it doesn't just affect you. It affects people that's closely connected to you. And when you do these things, you're not really earning brownie points on the street level. You're earning brownie points with a system that has already been set up and designed for you to conduct yourself the very way that you are. And the points you're going to get are destruction. There's only two ways. You know, the older people, used to tell me, boy, if you keep on, you're going to end up either in the jail or hell. Well, they was right. They was right. Jail was my portion. Hell almost was my portion. But thanks be to God. Glory. Young man, it is time for you to make a decision on whether you want to continue to live the life you're living or you want to change that and get a better life. Because if you continue to live the life you live in, all you're going to do is struggle. You will struggle for the rest of your life. Now, I'm telling you the real deal. I'm telling you that if you keep on, the police going to put some drugs on you, or you're going to get caught with some drugs. You're going to catch a murder, or you're going to get your brains blew out. Either way, if you go to jail, this is the system here. The system doesn't care about you beating a case or none of that. All the system wants you to do is go down. See, you think just because you go to the county jail and all this stuff here that you done beat the case. The system, all they want you to do is go to the joint before you can get an X on your back. They don't care if you do 1 day in the penitentiary. All they want you to have is an X on your back, which automatically will disqualify you from any excelling in success. You will have trouble. See, the system doesn't want you to be able to grow into a young man of stature, a young man of some common worth, a young man of integrity, a young man of consistency and growing, a young man who is able to actually recognize the gift that he has in him and to pursue it with everything that's in him. A young man that will grow up to raise his family with principles and morals that can last for a legacy that can go on for generations to come. It is your choice. You have 1 or 2 legacies that you can leave. A legacy of a failure, or a legacy of somebody that then got up, pulled the slacks up, and moved forward in his greatness. It is time for you young males, you young black males, to either make a real choice on if I want to do that foolishness or I want somebody to really save me. And I know a lot of you are out there doing it because you're trying to keep up with the fad. A lot of you guys don't want to do the stuff you're doing, but you don't have anybody to go to for help. And you're looking for a man with some substance, with some stamina in him, that is going to show you the right direction. And I'm telling you right now, with everything that's in me, you have the choice right now to buck against this system in a positive way and show the system that you will not be a young black man that will actually be caught up in statistics. You will be a young black male that will be able to break that generational curse. You will be a young black male that will actually turn the system upside down on its face and say we couldn't do nothing with that generation. It is up to you. Do you want your child to grow up like you are? Or do you want to change the way you are and leave a legacy for your child that say, my daddy did something positive, and as a result, I'm living wonderful off of it? You have to make a decision on how you want to treat yourself, let alone how you want to treat these young ladies out here, because you can't treat them right if you jacked up with your own life. You out here gang banging, trying to sell drugs and trying to be a gangster. And most of y'all, truthfully, are not even cut from that cloth. And if you get up in them penitentiaries, you going to be somebody's sissy. And they'll be going up in your booty and your mouth. I'm giving it to you real. I'm telling you what's happening. And if you get one of these X's on your back, you're going to come out here and it's going to be hard for you to get a job. It's going to be hard for you to do anything constructive. And as a result, by you not having no foundation in you to stand up under the pressure, you go back to doing what you usually do, which is stuff that got you in jail in the first place. And your ultimate result may be you getting your brains blew out. But it's your choice. You can choose that one, or you can choose, let me look in the mirror and show myself that I can do better. Because the life that you're living right now, young black man, has to do with the choices that you made. Now, if you don't like the way you're living now, all you have to do now is make different choices. I'm trying to give you something that is going to free you up from a life of foolishness, from a life of self-destruction, and from a life of destroying other people's lives. I'm telling you this here because you need to understand that you're a young black man with greatness that's been instilled with you while you was in your mother's womb, boy. And it's about time for you to dig in your soul and reach in there and grab it and hold on and lock on to it like a pit bull for dear life and move in that. You can do it. You can do it. Peace.